Would Taika Waititi directing Star Wars be career suicide? Got a few thoughts on that. First off, he has a good point if he's actually being serious on that. Second of all, I don't think he's necessarily being completely serious when he says that. I mean, this is a guy that played a funny version of Hitler in a movie he won an award for. You know, despite the fact that Taika Waititi has done some really great stuff lately. I mean, Jojo Rabbit was phenomenal. His episode of The Mandalorian I loved, and Thor Ragnarok is one of my favorite Marvel movies. However, the thought that he would just be welcomed with open arms by Star Wars fans, that might be true. But to think that all the Star Wars fans would love him after he got done with the movie, I don't know. Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams, and Ron Howard are all phenomenal directors. Yet each one of them got roasted for their movies. I mean, Star Wars fans are just toxic right now. So I think it would really depend on what the movie is. The problem is that everybody had it in their head exactly what they wanted for these characters, Luke, Leia, and Han, in the sequel trilogy. And of course in the Solo film. It was literally a no-win situation. Going forward, it'll be a little bit different. I think that they'll pick times and character arcs that aren't connected to things we already love. Part of the reason The Mandalorian was so successful is that they didn't try to rehash the same characters. Everything was new and they could take chances. And if there's one thing that Taika Waititi does, is take chances, do weird things. If he would have directed Episode 8, Last Jedi, or whatever it might have been called, if he would have done it, people would have been upset with him. He wouldn't have necessarily made the same exact choices as Rian Johnson, but they would have been weird enough, it would have been different enough that everybody would have been pissed. So if he did direct a Star Wars movie, I think it would literally have to be a time period with characters we've never met. I mean, originally I thought, maybe he could be brought on and they could do something live action Ahsoka. Well, I personally think that he'd do a phenomenal job with it. His sense of humor, his sense of style, I think would have turned enough people off that it would have been a bad idea. Now, the thought of it being career suicide, no. Rian Johnson just had a hit with Knives Out. J.J. Abrams will eventually have something great again. And Ron Howard is Ron Howard. They might have all taken backlash for what they did with Star Wars. But career suicide, no. So yes, Taika Waititi would be great to be in Star Wars in the right situation. I think that there's still a good chance, no matter how great the movie is, that fans are gonna turn against him though. However, it could work exactly the opposite way. The Thor franchise was the weakest link in the entire MCU. Thor and Thor Dark World were two of the lowest rated movies in the MCU. Yet Thor Ragnarok came out of nowhere to be phenomenal. So it's very possible that Taika Waititi could come in and do the same thing for Star Wars. He could be that breath of fresh air. But with his busy plate, all the things he has going on, I can understand him not wanting to take that chance. I mean, why would you? I mean, this guy could do almost anything he wants right now after winning an Oscar for Jojo Rabbit. Now, if Kevin Feige ever officially takes control of Star Wars, or gets a much bigger role than maybe producing one film, I could see these talks happening again. And once Thor Love and Thunder is done, he'll have a little bit more time to maybe think about something like this. But anyways, I think this whole story is overblown. I don't think he was ever truly interested in doing a Star Wars movie right now anyways. Let me know in the comments what you think about this story. Would you love to see Taika Waititi come in and do a Star Wars movie? Do you think there's any directors out there that could do a job that all the fans would love? It'd be cool if you subscribed, hit the notification bell, and whatever you do, have a great day, and may the Force be with you.